The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of salt. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Firefly, Season 1, Episode 8, Out of Gas. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for listening to the premier comedy podcast on the internet. I am your host, Alex, the Salty Nerd. Today, we're talking Firefly, and I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader's here. What's up, dude?
Hey, bud.
How you doing?
I'm here.
Are you so far satisfied with your Firefly picks?
Yeah, they're okay. You guys aren't doing a very good job convincing me this is a good show.
How dare you?
I know, dude. I'm sorry. I just...
All right.
Too many donkeys. I mean, there wasn't any donkeys this week, but, at least this one was in space and not, some Little House on the Prairie bullshit on some backwater dumb planet.
Right on.
People in covered wagons and bonnets on their silly little heads. So
it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I need a drink.
Jude's also here.
Donkeys are deal breakers for him.
It's like donkeys in space. I'm out.
If it was mules, it'd be okay.
What's up, Jude? How you
Hello.
Welcome back. And the man behind the curtain, Matthew Kadish. Welcome, sir.
This was an excellent episode of Firefly. I think I've had the most fun watching this one. Like you said, it was all in space. Got to see a lot of character moments, some flashbacks, some backstory, and it was just an all-around, really enjoyable episode. I think this one and Our Mrs. Reynolds is probably in my top favorites of the season.
Yeah, no donkeys in this one.
Is it in your top 10 of the 14 episodes that they're out there?
It's in my top 14.
It's top 14 for sure.
High bar.
Yeah. All right, guys. So you know how this works. We get together every week. We talk about classic sci-fi shows. If you want access to the entire episode, plus 4 other exclusive podcasts this month, head over to saltynerdclub.com and sign up for the club membership. It's only $5 a month. You guys get a ton of content in return, plus Discord access, trivia nights, and a backlog library of hundreds of hours worth of podcasting. So head over to saltynerdclub.com, sign up to become a club member, and join us for Firefly and other classic sci-fis like Doctor Who and Stargate Atlantis and Eureka. Probably going to do Star Trek. Which one are we doing next?
Orphan Black.
Orphan Black. I don't even know what that is.
I know. I'm so excited.
I've never watched it either.
I've never watched it.
I try to convince everyone that I meet to watch this show, and now I get to make you watch it.
Yeah, now you're forcing us to do it. Yeah.
This is going to be fun for me.
Good for you. All right, opening thoughts on this episode. I agree with Kadish. This is one of the best episodes of the show. It's got a ton of heart. It's got a great story. It's a very interesting. I like how they did the dual narrative thing where they had what you see in the future, and then the narrative catches up to the present time, and it kind of goes like that. I love the flashbacks to how Mal met everybody and how he got Serenity and all that stuff. It was just it's a really heartfelt episode, and I enjoy the heck out of it. It's not the most action packed. It's a bit slow compared to some of the other ones, but I think it's a really, really good episode.
I picked this episode just for that reason, because it does have a little bit of a flashback for everybody on the ship. Well, almost everybody on the ship. But.
Yeah. My favorite part is when they meet Jane.
Oh, mine too.
How they,
easily, hands down, that's the best.
Easily best part. How they get Jane to switch sides. It's like
get
you
your
don't
own
have
bump.
your own room.
Yeah,
you don't own bump.
He's like, I'm sharing one with that guy.
Yeah, he says it all grimacely, like that one over there. That smelly motherfucker.
I get it. I would have done the same thing.
The big crusty mustache.
It's like, damn it, Jane.
And he's like,
knock it off.
He's like, I get paid 7% off the top. And he's like, 7%? Like, Zoe, I pay you too much. Like, what do you mean? That's normal.
It's like, yeah, sure, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Jane's so dumb.
He's awesome. I love him though. I love how he just shoots his boss though. He's just like, get out of here, shut up. I'm talking to these people.
It was funny because Jane's dumb, but he's got kind of this weird common sense thing where when Mal and Wash are arguing, he's like, shut up. Arguing takes up air.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a great part. Yeah,
it burns oxygen.
Yeah, he's like, what are you guys doing fighting at a time like this? Use up all the oxygen. It's just like, duh. Yeah. But there was another thing that the reason why Mal even tried to convince him to come on the ship to begin with was he was
good at tracking.
Yeah, he was good at tracking people. He's like, I found you, didn't I? And he's like, you sure did. You're a useful man.
You little rascal.
Yeah. I was like, because we see he's the muscle. He's the what do you call him in the RPG games or whatever? The heavy. He's the heavy.
The tank.
The tank.
No, he's the DPS.
Yeah, I guess he would be the DPS.
But the funny thing about Jane is like throughout the entire series, like he's always like this close to like betraying like the entire crew.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, this is just a perfect example of like how he has like no loyalty to anything.
Yeah. And up until this point, you kind of don't understand why or if you should take it seriously when he says that. And now you see this episode and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, that's legit.
Yeah. And my favorite episode, Ariel, I think, I don't know if it comes after this or not, but is when Jane actually betrays them. Actually, he actually comes, he's like, the money was good enough, I'm going to do it. And it's a fantastic episode. Anyway, I don't know what to do with this. This is a great episode. Give it a rating. What's your rating?
Bye.
Yeah, it's like, it's a good freaking episode.
Yeah.
Duh, no brainer.
I mean, we get to see like how the entire crew came together. My favorite is a mustachioed wash. I think that was a funny thing.
With his Hawaiian shirt.
Porn stash wash. Yeah,
I love how Zoe doesn't like him at first. Like, I don't like him, Mal. I don't. There's something about him that bothers me.
It makes me feel funny.
and like Kaylee diagnoses how to fix the engine while getting
after she's banging,
having
you know,
sex,
banging surfer mechanic.
Hold on. I gotta do that. Freaking Kaylee in this episode. God
she's
damn.
fire.
Woo. It's like engines make her horny, boss.
I love how carefree she is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, so I get really irritated with like the Joss Whedon characters where we have to point out that Inara is a whore.
Right.
But I love how well written Kaylee is because she's smart and she's capable and she's horny, but it's not like that big of a deal. It's just like part of her.
She's in her like 20s or whatever.
Yeah, it's just part of her, but we don't make a big deal out of it, and it's not all about her being a woman, like how like female characters are written today. And I just really appreciate like the nuance to her character, and like just all of the layers that make her just such a rich, tasty little character.
Yeah. Speaking of Inara, there's a great scene here where we get the flashback where she like rents the shuttle and she's like, there's two conditions. You can never call me a whore and you can never come in unannounced. And, like Mal just does it like all the time.
Those things all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really liked Haley all that much in this episode.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like the part where, well, oh, that's a great idea. Don't leave without me. I'm going to go ask my mom and dad if I can join your crew of pirates and thieves. It's just like, okay. It was weird, right? It's like, hey, Mom, do you care if I go run off with this crew of miscreants and pirates?
Those freaking prairie people are probably like one less mouth to feed.
Yes, it just
I mean,
kind
she
of
made
funny.
it a point to say like her dad doesn't have like a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
So they're always poor.
I don't know. This seemed
Maybe
weird.
she sends money home. You know, her cut of the booty.
It was fine. It just seemed strange.
Booty.
That's all.
Booty.
I'll cut your booty. No, I thought it was interesting that she got a little bit of a backstory to kind of explain her character a little bit. And I thought that it really tied together everything that we've kind of learned about her up until this point, but didn't really think too much on. And she just totally seemed like a girl who's never, she has all of this potential, but she's never really had an opportunity to kind of live up to it or to experiment with it. And she was like, oh, this is the first interesting thing that's ever happened to me. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to get into it?
Yeah, I want to tear this episode apart.
Whoa. All right, V, tell people what you got going on the channel.
He just pulled a Jane.
What are you talking about?
Saturday mornings, live streaming on Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Jude does trivia every single month. You can find her on Twitter at @IamJudeJuju. Matthew Kadish over here is doing his bad writing live streams on Thursday nights. You can find him on Twitter at Matthew Kadish.
And real quick, we're having a special guest coming on.
Why do you have to interrupt in the middle of a sentence?
He was in the flow, man. It was really funny.
Let him have it. He was shining like a star.
I have something to say. Don't yuck my yum. We have a very special guest coming on my live stream in the near future. Kevin J. Anderson, the writer of the current Dune books and a lot of Star Wars books, is going to be on my live stream talking about his career and his new books and stuff like that. So if you like Star Wars and Dune, be sure to check that out.
You're allowed to break in for that. That's actually really, really cool. Nice.
Cool. I do things on Monday nights. Not a big deal.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Well, you got the Charlie Allen stuff going on.
I do, yeah. It's not going to be a live stream, but I do have a special guest, Charlie Allen, the guy from, I guess he's the stunt coordinator from Combat International. He works on big time movies like Gladiator and Robin Hood with Russell Crowe.
He's doing Outlander.
He's doing Outlander right now, and I just found out recently that he's actually working on House of Dragons, some of the action scenes from that show.
So it's happening?
So yeah, it's actually going to come out. But he's going to get together with me and we're going to be doing battle scene breakdowns.
That's so cool.
And I'm super stoked for it. So we're going to be watching a bunch of battle scenes from different movies and he's going to break down how they film them, what they did wrong, what they did right. And we'll have a couple of the ones that he specifically worked on in there so he can kind of give us some inside details. So look for those videos. Really excited to be working with Charlie. He's a super awesome guy. And I can't wait to show you guys those videos.
You know, it's funny.
What's up?
So, you know, Tom and I go to the same gym. And we both pulled in at the same time without speaking to each other at all yesterday. We both pulled it like facing each other and both got out of our cars. And I was like, what are you doing? He was like, what are you doing? We haven't seen each other in a week. And so we were like chit-chatting. We each did our own separate thing. And then afterwards we met up again and we were like, so what are you doing now? And I was like, oh, are you doing the live stream with Alex tonight? Because it's Monday night, your thing. And he was like, oh, I don't know. He didn't invite me on this one. He seemed legit sad.
Tom's awesome. I love Tom. All right, guys. Thanks for the support. Stay salty, everybody, and club members.